Yo, yo, yo. Feel I'm a little crooked today. What's up, everybody? Yeah. Welcome to the Mike Dolce Show, Saturday edition. And we are coming in hot. Lots of questions from you guys. I appreciate all the feedback, all the bang, 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 all those thumbs up. You guys are awesome. We got a couple already. The early notification squad is here. But today we're talking about how to get you shredded. How many calories to eat to get you shredded? This is one of the biggest misconceptions in the fitness industry, and most of you guys don't know simply because, once again, you're being steered down the wrong path by the wrong people that just want to monetize you and make that money, selling you the pills, the powders, the programs, the crap. Uncle Mike is going to break it down for you here in a few seconds. As this stream populates, I see we're growing. Welcome, everybody, and welcome to the Mike Dolce Show. We drop these live streams every Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but here we are on Saturday going hot. The amount of interaction we've gotten over the last few days by you guys and your friends and whoever else is appreciated. And if you've noticed, I answer every single question in the comment section under these videos. So always feel free to leave your questions about anything I've said or give me insight into what you want to hear about in the future. This exact topic is based upon you guys asking me the question of how many calories should I eat to get shredded? And this is a challenging conversation for a lot of people because you don't know what you should be eating. Maybe you should be following a ketogenic diet, eating zero carbohydrates at all, or zero carbohydrates. Maybe you should follow a carnivore diet and only be eating meat products. Maybe you should be following an intermittent fasting protocol where you should only be eating over a 4 or 6 hour period. Maybe you should be following an OMAD diet, 1 meal a day diet, and you should basically be starving yourself 23 and a half hours per day. What to do? There's so much bullshit. There's so much bad information out there. It really pisses me off. That's why I come to talk to you guys for free as often as possible to give you actionable, evidence-based, usable information that you can employ in your life right now. So we're going to wipe all that crap off the table. The ketogenic diet doesn't work. Carnivore diet doesn't work. Intermittent fasting doesn't work. 1 meal a day diet doesn't work. And when I say it doesn't work when compared to a whole food diet consumed in equal intervals, every 2 to 4 hours, until we're satisfied, not until we're full. Therefore, we don't overeat. We don't overstress the digestive environment. Focused on vital micro and phytonutrients with a proper intake of energy substrates, fats, and carbs based upon your activity level with a relatively static total protein intake. This matters as I'm going to continue to break down and show you how many calories you need to eat per day. And I am going to talk about the basic macro groups for you to get you off and running. So first question is, well, how do you feel right now? Man, I feel like a fat fuck. Man, I feel awesome. Man, I feel weak and skinny. That matters. That matters. What also matters is giving this video a thumbs up. Bang, 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 bang. I appreciate those thumbs up. It lets me know you're there. It lets me know you care. And allegedly, it will help YouTube with their algorithm notice us and recommend us. But what you want to do and what you should be doing is understand first and foremost, what do you need to do? Are you overweight? Are you obese? Are you untrained? Do you have no exercise experience? Or do you work a sedentary lifestyle, a sedentary job? That matters when it comes to the amount of calories you eat and the proportion of calories to each other, protein, carbs, or fat. Now, are you an extreme ectomorph, a really skinny person, and you're super stressed out, you're busy all the time, and you're always constantly working on your feet moving? That matters also. And I'm going to teach you how to understand that and how to apply this information for yourself. In general, there's a few things out there, and I'm not a big calorie counter. Our logo is don't count calories, make calories count. What does that mean? It's not the total or the total number of calories you consume that's important. It's the quality of the calories you consume, which is much more important. Again, Dolce, what does that mean? If you ate a 100 calorie donut or a 100 calorie apple, which is better for you? Which is going to give you a better source of energy, which is going to give you a greater intake of vital nutrients, the apple or the donut? I mean, the calorie is a calorie, right? Wrong. This is where those intermittent fast or if it fits your macro idiots fall off the table, because the quality of food matters. If I say, here, I'm going to give you a bag filled with 10 pounds of money, or I'm going to give you a bag filled with 5 pounds of money. Which bag do you want? You say, oh, give me the 10-pound bag. It's a 10-pound bag of pennies. Or I'm going to give you a 5-pound bag filled with $100 bills. The quality is what matters. Nutrient-rich calories is what matters much more than the total amount of calories consumed. Context for this conversation. Now, there's an F you, JR, and I appreciate all the FUs, and F you, Angel. The FUs, those who know. F you, Sergeant. And all the other F you, Brian. Oh, F, bang, bang, bang. F you all. And F you means effing unbelievable content for those regular members of the Mike Dolce Show and our channel here. So now I'm going to get to the nitty gritty. We vamped for about 6 minutes or so, and I've given you some context. Simple concept right here. There's something called the Harris-Benedict equation. The Harris-Benedict equation is the generally recognized standard for estimating basal metabolic rate, which is essentially how many calories you need while completely at rest. And that's laying in your bed, just not doing anything. How many calories about do you need while just laying there to survive? Well, it's not odd, it's very convenient that if you simply take your body weight times 10, if you weigh 200 pounds times 10, 2,000 calories, or let me back that up. If I weigh 200 pounds, I can take my body weight times 10, and that equals 2,000. And very, very, very ironically, that number is nearly identical to what the Harris-Benedict equation works out to be. So as a simple hack, as a simple cheat, simply take your body weight times 10. You weigh 200 pounds, you need 2,000 calories to maintain exactly what you are while laying in bed. Now, let's say you go to a job, and I typically throw 300 to 500 calories onto your output. Go to a job, a basic job. You work for 8 hours. You sit in the desk. You stand. You walk to the copy machine, whatever. You go to school. You sit in class, this, that, the other thing. That's about 300 to 500 total calories. So now instead of 2,000 calories, you need another 300 to 500 calories to go back and forth to work and do the thing. You go to the gym. You train at a moderate intensity. You don't go crazy. You do a little bit of scrolling your Instagram page and whatnot and little selfies and things like that. You're not training that hard, but you train hard enough. You do a few squats and leg presses, yada, yada. You're probably burning another 300 to 500 calories. So now you went from 2,000 calories to 2,300 calories to 2,600 calories, or at a max of 3,000 total calories. It's about what you need. If you're a busy person, you go and do karaoke, you take the girl out, you're bang, 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 doing whatever extracurricular activity. Maybe you throw another 300 or so calories on there. We're looking at anywhere between, 28 and 3,200 calories per day, taking into consideration how much activity you do to stay alive and maintain your basic lifestyle. For easy math, let's say 3,000 total calories per day. Okay, that's where you are. Now, what the easiest, the best hack that I can give you is simply take your basic diet that you're eating right now. This is whatever you normally eat. Eat the same shit for the next 3 days in a row. Whatever you ate today, eat it tomorrow and eat it the next day. And every morning, step on the scale. 200, 200, 200. You're the same basic weight every single day for the first 3 days. Perfect. All you need to do is simply make a 10% reduction in your total food intake. That's it. And I would start with carbohydrates in my first cut. What does that mean? If you're taking in, let's say, 300 grams of carbohydrates per, let's say 250 grams of carbohydrates per day. That's really easy, right? 250 times 4, that's 1,000 calories worth of carbohydrates you're consuming. I'd cut that by 10. I would drop 100 calories. No, sorry. Let me back that up. I would take those 1,000 calories or calories of carbohydrates and I would cut that back. So I'd take the 25 grams of carbohydrates per day, or back up here, the 250 grams of carbohydrates per day, and I would cut that by 10%. Simple, easy. I would go across my other food categories. I would go to my fat. I would go to my protein. And I would cut that back by 10%. Therefore, I would go from 3,000 total calories approximately taken in down to 2,700 total calories approximately taken in. Doesn't sound like a hell of a lot, does it? And it shouldn't, because everything now is identical. Instead of, because I was taking in 3,000 calories, 3,000 calories, 3,000 calories, my weight's the same. Now what I do is I make a 10% reduction, and I always look to carbs first because that's the energy substrate. There are no essential carbohydrates. There's essential fats and there's essential proteins. I would make the first cut in the carbohydrates, but also we're going to spread that across the fat and then into the protein on that first cut. We'll talk about protein a little bit towards the end. Now, you go from 3,000 calories down to 2,700 calories. And I would, again, step on the scale for the next 3 to 7 days and look for an adjustment. So the first 3 days, 200, 200, 200. Day 4, you make that first cut, 200. Day 5, 199.5. Day 6, 199.5. Day 7, 199.2. Okay. Now we're in the business. Now we're doing it. And I would not make one single change at this point until 199.2, 199.0, 199.0, 199.0. Bang! Time to make another change. Once I see that static result over a 3 to 7 day period, and this matters based upon how you're performing and how the mirror is actually showing. Are you looking leaner? Are you looking fuller? Are you looking drier? Are you looking skinny fat? You start to use that type of subjective feedback. You want to see exactly how your body's responding. We're making small little steps here. Now, again, I make another 10% correction. Instead of making the first 300 calorie cut, now I'm making a 270 calorie cut. Notice these cuts get smaller. Most of the prep gurus and the diet gurus, they make these template, arbitrary, massive cuts across the board. 500, they'll take you from a 3,000 calorie diet to a 2,000 calorie diet overnight like that, which is shit. You're going to start breaking down muscle tissue. Performance starts to drop. You're no longer building muscle. You enter a catabolic state. That's not what we do. That's not what you should do. And guys and gals, this is 100% free advice that you can use right now. That's what I want to give to you. You can do this right now, and you can be fucking shredded here by fall. You can get in the best shape of your life if you simply show a little temperance. If you simply show a little mindfulness with your food choices. If you simply show a little bit of self-discipline. That's all you have to do. This is all you have to do. These are very small. Going from a 3,000 calorie diet to a 2,700 calorie diet is nothing. You feel absolutely no different. And you're going to be on that probably anywhere between 3 and 14 days. Because usually you'll see some pretty dramatic results. It's not going to stop after day 1 or so. I'm only looking to drop a pound, pound and a half per week. If I'm losing a pound or a pound and a half per week, I'm losing almost pure body fat. I'm maintaining all this beautiful, sexy, clean muscle that I have on my physique. That's what I want. If I'm losing a tremendous amount of weight that's not water weight or impacted food matter, and we can talk about that a little bit deeper too. When we're weight cutting, we're looking to squeeze out a lot of the held water weight and the impacted digestive matter. Brian Merms drops the $1.99, the $1.99 super chat donation. I appreciate that. If you guys want to drop a super chat donation to the channel, click that little link below. Any dollar that comes in goes right back, and you get a massive shout out. Plus, I answer your questions. So I'm going to wrap this up now. Now let's talk about protein real quick. Protein for all people, we're looking anywhere between 0.8, 1.2 grams of protein per pound of relatively lean body mass. What does that mean? That means our 200-pound relatively active, healthy adult is going to be consuming approximately 160 to 240 grams of protein per day. Very simply, the protein will stay relatively static. The fat and the carbs will go up and go down, specifically with relation to each other. Typically, when I'm dropping my fat or my carbs considerably, I'm keeping my fat static. I might even boost my fat up a little bit. Or if I'm dropping my fats, I'm going to keep my carb static or maybe boost my carb up a little bit, specifically towards the end of a cutting phase. In the beginning, like I'm saying, this phase the first 4 weeks, we call the health and habit phase when we're getting people onto new programs. The first 4 weeks is all about a learning experience. It's dialing your metabolism. It's creating healthy habits. The first 4 weeks are an amazing transitional period to get you locked in. The first 4 weeks are awesome because it's slow, it's steady. We make little tweaks here and there, and we analyze the feedback. The next 4 weeks is where we really start to pick it up because the metabolism's tied in, your habits are in check, you're eating about the same size meals at the same time of day, your exercise is pretty consistent, you're working on stress management, you're working on rest and recuperation. Man, then we can get crazy. That middle 4 weeks is where we start to go crazy. And then the last 4 weeks, that's the peaking phase. That's the end. Usually you're ready to go. With our athletes, we keep our athletes in 6-week shape, which means within 6 weeks, our athletes can compete at world-class levels. They can put on their absolute best performance because they've already gone through the health and habit phase. They're already raring to go. They're already set. They're locked in. They're never more than 6 weeks away from world-class performances. But that's the way you guys should be. All humans should be that. Pro athletes are humans. Olympic athletes are humans. No different than you. And that's one of the biggest shit stains on the fitness community. A lot of these fuckheads out there in the fitness world, their critical assessment is, oh, well, Dolce works with all these elite athletes, so his programs work great for elite athletes, but they're not designed for the average Joe. What the fuck does that mean? Does that mean that the way Warren Buffett looks at investment strategies, the rest of us should not pay attention to simply because Warren Buffett has more money than us? How the fuck do you think Warren Buffett got his money? How the fuck do you think world-class athletes became world-class athletes? Had the health and fitness and performance outputs of a world-class athlete. They're average Joes too, let me tell you. They just have a job that gets a little more notoriety than the rest of us. There's no difference, and I work with them all, and this is what I'm telling you. You should be that. You want to aspire to be your best self, or do you want to aspire to be your worst self? That's why I get so pissed off at all these fake-ass these fitness professionals out there. There's nothing professional about them. All right, let me answer some questions here before I jump out. JR says, notification squad. What's up, everybody? What's up, JR? Junior Rays. Mike, what are your opinions on goat or oat milk? I like oat milk. That's actually, I have oat milk right here, right now. I'm drinking this. It's a iced Americano blended with oat milk. Ooh la la. Paul Denman says the UK loves you. I love you too, UK. I'm probably coming over there soon in early fall to do the London Real podcast with Brian Rose, which is awesome. And I'm going to look to do a seminar series. Omar, what's up, Dolce? I was just listening to your video on which rice is best, but I jumped in your live video now. Omar, I love that. Go back to that rice video too. It's bomb. Speaking of bomb, you guys should bomb this channel with thumbs up. Bang, 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 bang. I appreciate that, guys. It does mean a lot. It lets me know that you're there. Lets me know that you cared. If YouTube doesn't pay attention to it, I definitely do. So thank you. Hector Carbajal, my brother. Hector, what's up, my friend? Hector, I want to give you a call. I have a legal question, actually, and you were the first I thought of to offer some assistance here. We might have to go out and collect some cash, my brother. It'll be a fun one, too, by the way. Angel Poblano. Hope all is well, Coach. Boom. Absolutely, Angel. F you, too. Tom and Stone, do you recommend apps like MyFitnessPal? I don't. I don't. I'm a notebook guy. I'm a write it in by hand guy. I think that works a lot better than MyFitnessPal. A lot of the information, the MyFitnessPals are crowdsourced, and they're not correct, which really fucks up a lot of people. I'm cursing a lot in this podcast. I apologize to YouTube. And if anyone's sensitive ears are out there, but hey, what are you going to do? I don't, because it's crowdsourced and it's really clunky, and people like, man, they'll go through diet and they'll freak out. They'll like call us. They'll be on one of our 8-week prescribed My Diet programs. They'll be like, this is like, I'm eating 400 extra calories that I'm not supposed to be eating. We're like, what are you even talking about? Like, I ran it through MyFitnessPal. And we're like, that's crowdsourced information. And we have proprietary software inside our company that we actually developed that is 100% on point, on mark. And we run the system through and we show them the breakdown. And they're like, oh, well, it makes sense because I felt great and I was hitting PRs in the gym and I was losing weight. I was just really worried. We're like, dude, stop. This is why we say don't count calories, make calories count. I don't care about calories, but you guys do. And I get enough questions about calories to make this video. And I think this video is very helpful for you guys. I hope it's helpful for you guys. Nick L, got the notification. Thumbs up. Bang, bang, bang. Nick L, I appreciate you, my man. Thank you. Paul Denman. Why do some keto folks say calorie is not a calorie and it's all a lie? Because a lot of the keto fools are just trying to sell you keto bullshit. They're trying to sweep you into their bucket so they can sell you. It's a cult, man. It's a fucking cult. I call the keto people out all the fucking time, and not one will mention my name or come and talk to me and debate me on it. Why is that? Why is that? Because they know I'm fucking true. They know I'm right. They know everything I say will completely destroy their whole conversation. So they try and talk in a vacuum, and that sucks. Dropping all your carbs, does that work for a couple weeks? Sure, you lose weight for a couple weeks. Nobody says it fucking won't. But to try and trick the general population into going on these crazy zero carb diets while eating synthetic processed sugars or artificial sugars and artificial sweeteners and all these synthetic toxic chemicals, or pork rinds and whole fat nitrate filled pork bacon or hot dogs. This is what these fuckers do. Going to like Burger King and McDonald's and taking the bun off and taking the lettuce and tomato off and sitting there eating that shit. They act like that's healthy. It's not fucking healthy, man. It blows my mind. It blows my mind that some people even pay attention to them. Sergeant Muay Thai, F you, Dolce. Love that you take the time for everyone. It is very appreciated. That's what I have a calling. It's like I'm pulled out of my house to turn on this microphone because it's something that I think you guys need to hear because I get the feedback. So this is me in the middle of a Saturday, taking some time away from my family and from my life to flip on this microphone and to give you guys another video. We've been crushing the videos every single day. Monday through Saturday, we're crushing videos for you guys now. There's so much more content. So leave comments below this video after it posts. If you're watching after the live stream, or if you're watching the live stream after this video, leave a comment and let me know what more you want to hear, because there's a lot more stuff for us to talk about. Omar, do you drink cappuccinos? If so, what milk do you recommend? Rarely do I drink a cappuccino. And if so, I go with the full fat milk. But rarely, a couple times a year. And usually it's situational. Like I'm stuck in an airport, or I'm in Paris or Italy or something like that. It's situational. Ryan, what's up, coach? Added 5 grams of creatine to a whey isolate before my workout, and just like you suggested, and boom, my body really felt the difference on my last sets. Ryan, it's science, right? Ryan's talking about a recent video that we did, the top 3 sports supplements exposed, where I list the top 3 sports supplements that I use, the only 3 sports supplements I use and I suggest. And video number 2, I believe, was on creatine. So if you haven't listened, Ryan right now is a Dolce Diet certified coach, by the way, bang, up in Oregon. So everyone should seek out Ryan if you're living in Oregon, work with Ryan. But Ryan now added 5 grams of creatine monohydrate to his whey isolate pre-workout and saw a dramatic effect simply, and it costs a couple cents. Literally, it costs a couple extra pennies to get this type of boom. And I don't sell creatine, and I don't even have a whey on the market right now. I'm not selling it. We're in the quality, the R&D, the legal review process. So I make no money if you guys buy supplements or don't. I don't even care, but I'm just telling you the truth. I'm telling you the facts. And Ryan actually had the success. Anelius, Saturday free knowledge bombs, best in the business. Thanks for all you do. Anelius, I appreciate you. Thank you. Ryan says, years later, and you are still slinging great new info. Thank you. Absolutely, Ryan. I appreciate that, my man. And that's the truth. I will always be here. As long as people are putting out shit information, I will battle back for you guys and put out the right information. Actionable, evidence-based information that will save you time, it will save you money, and it will dramatically improve your health and fitness. That's why I'm here. Say whatever you want about me, but never say that Dolce didn't care or Dolce gave you the wrong information. Say whatever you want. Call me sexy. Call me handsome. Call me yoked. That's fine. I won't get mad at that. But you can never say I didn't do my absolute best to tell you guys the truth every single time and give you the world-class information, the same information world-class athletes and Hollywood celebrities pay me to give them. I do it for free for you guys on here because that's the job. That's my job. That's what I'm here for. I'm not slanging some exogenous keto shit for you guys. Bullshit. Junior, F you, Dolce. F you, Junior. Brian memes. F you, Dolce. F you, Brian. In a mass gaining phase, what body fat percentage do you allow yourself clients to get before backing off the calories and restarting? 12%. Well, I don't want anyone to go up much above 12% or so, depending on how you hold your weight. It maybe you tick into the 13s, but once we get to that 12%, we're in the warning zone. That's a hard yellow, if not a red light. Never ever, and I don't even want to say 14 is when all-cause mortality slips in. So we want to keep a good 2% buffer right there. If we hit the 12%, maybe my power lifters, I'll let them break a little bit above 12 and a half or so, and maybe we'll have like a 13% ceiling, but I want to keep everyone at 12% or below. F Diesel, F you Dolce. How many carbs for a 6'3", 225, 18% body fat? Is 250 too little? 250? No, 250 that's a lot of energy. You don't have to eat a lot of carbs. You have to eat enough carbs. Think about that's quotable. You don't have to eat a lot of carbs, but you do need to eat enough carbs. 250 grams of carbohydrates, that's probably really good for you on a cutting phase. I would play with my fats a little bit more. I would play with my protein. I'd make sure that if I'm 255, I'm probably going to be at 18% body fat. I'm probably going to be fixed right around 200 grams, 225 if I'm in a hard barbell phase of protein per day. And I'm going to make up the rest of the calories based upon fat, probably like 60%. 70% fat as an energy substrate, and then the 30-40% of carbohydrates. Roughly, rough math right here without cracking the calculator for you. Junior says, can you do an in-depth video on meals and supplements for fighters with pre, intra, post-workout meals with examples and how? Junior, absolutely I can, but I guarantee I'm going to forget that question when I shut this stream off. So after this stream is live, please leave your question below this video in the comment section. I will go back in there. I will read that. I will screenshot it, and I will make that video for you. Just anybody, if you guys have video concepts, video topics you want me to talk about, don't leave it in the live stream because there's so much activity going on. I'll probably forget it. Leave it in the comment section below where it's always easy for me to find and review. Thoughts on the safety squat bar? I absolutely love it. I mean, I spent the $600 to get my own safety squat bar, which is solely for me. I absolutely love it. Back in the day, I used to drive an hour to go to a gym that had a safety squat bar. I love the safety squat bar. Brian Merms, Brian, I appreciate that super chat donation. Bang, $1.99 or $199. I appreciate any donation that comes in. Brian Merms, you are the man, my friend. Thank you for that. Soul says potassium daily intake requirements seem really high, hard to get. Any tips? I know spinach is a go-to for a lot of people. You know, we actually use a pretty diverse diet of earth grown nutrients, and we have a full rotation. And this is one of the things we talk about. We like every time I go to the grocery store, I want to get a brand new set of earth grown nutrients of produce. So no matter what I get, I'm trying to at least get a 50% turnover in everything that I'm consuming, and we consume a shit ton. So like white potatoes or spinach or broccoli or cantaloupe. For our athletes during fight week, we try to keep our sodium and our potassium pretty high, but we play with the ratio of sodium potassium. One of the ways to increase potassium that our athletes love is cantaloupe. You'll see our athletes all the time eating cantaloupes. You know, we'll have a cantaloupe and they're eating them like it's a bowl of cereal, just eating out of the can, just with a spoon. It's super easy too. But we're just looking for a wide variety. We never have just one source. There's never one best source, a wide variety of nutrient-rich sources. And for you, you're talking about the potassium. Lightning says, do neoprene clothes really help burn fat, or is it a myth? I did a video on this. I'll do another video on this, on spot reduction. No, it's not a myth. There is good science that supports that. Now, why does neoprene clothing, why might, and I have to say might because it's not tried and true, why might neoprene clothing work? Neoprene clothing might work well because it forces an increase in body temperature to that like localized area. Well, what does that mean? When you put a knee sleeve on, a neoprene knee sleeve on to your knee, what happens? The major benefit, the best benefit is not so much the compression, though that can help in an inflammatory state and a little bit of support possibly. The major component and why most doctors suggest a neoprene sleeve that fits snug but not tight is because that will force that area to heat up. It will draw more blood to that area. It will increase blood flow to that area. This is the same concept when it comes to, quote, spot reduction through targeted heating of a specified area. Now, it's very difficult to lose body fat. It's impossible to lose body fat without blood flow. Blood flow is a primary characteristic. It's necessary for fat loss targeted to that specific area. Gender-specific, stubborn body fat areas has two different cell types, essentially. And I hate getting deep into the biochemistry because that talks over people's heads, and it makes me sound like I'm trying to be smart when I'm not. I'm trying to be effective. And in effective conversation, essentially, there's two different types of fat cells. There's the alpha and the beta. Now, knowing that the alpha and the beta, one allows the fat cell to unlock, and one basically keeps the cell locked. And you need to pay attention to that. This is why we talk about fasted. Fasted cardio has a better a better uptake of fat loss, simply because the lack of insulin allows for a greater release of stored body fat. When insulin is present, the body is less efficient at releasing stored body fat, specifically body fat that is what we call gender specific stubborn areas. The hips and lower pec line on guys, the outer thighs on the ladies, the lower belly button on everybody. Those are really hard areas to get. And guess what? You ever put your hand on those areas first thing in the morning? They're ice cold. Put your hand on your chest. Put your hand on your maybe guys on your outer quad. Put it on your balls. Like, put it elsewhere on your body. You'll feel warmth. Put it on your stubborn area, and I guarantee you it will be cold. Why is that? Because there's a lack of blood flow to that area. And I'm getting long on this conversation on purpose because this is great information. This is the bonus. This could have been an entire video right here. So great question, Lightning 89. The neoprene sleeve might have a benefit to targeted fat loss as a result of drawing additional blood to that generalized area that might not have naturally been in that area. That's where the fat loss comes in. I will do a video on this, and I'll go deeper into it. And there's tons of scientific studies that support this, but a lot of people in the fitness world, I don't know if they've actually aggregated this data. My team is aggregating that data before. We have a massive meta-analysis that we do in here, and a lot of you, not you guys, but a lot of people out there don't realize how massive our team is. Registered dietitians, exercise physiologists, certified strength and conditioning specialists, master's degree in nutrition sciences, PhD candidates right now, fingers crossed. By December, we should have a full-blown PhD sitting on the team, all as a part of our think tank. That's what we do here. That's why we're the best team in the world. We are. Just because I'm sitting here in my $8 hat and my I Eat Carbs t-shirt does not mean that we are not pound for pound, in my opinion, one of the best teams in the world. There's other great teams out there. I would not disrespect them by saying they're inferior to us, but I will never say that any team is superior simply based upon our resume, what we do, the quality of information that we put out, the brains in the room creating the content that we have, but it's the results. You cannot point to anyone we've ever worked with that did not have world-class results, whether it is the quote, the average Joe who never competes, or it is the world-class world champion athlete, or it's the Hollywood celebrity. Everyone who comes to us gets exactly what they want and more, simply because our whole foundation is science, but it's based upon results. And all right, that's a whole nother conversation. Types of protein. Well, there's whole food protein sources, which we absolutely love, and that's what we talk about. And then a whey protein isolate, again, in the top 3 sports supplement videos exposed. Go back, and you got to go back. Everybody, go back and watch that series. Top 3 sports supplements. They're just a couple minutes each. They're shorter videos. They're like 10-minute videos, not even 7-10-minute videos. Go back and watch that. Video 1, video 2, video 3 of that series. These are the 3 supplements I take and I suggest you guys take. It will dramatically change your training, change everything about you. And they're so inexpensive. They're so easy to find. One actually isn't even a supplement. It's in your house right now. You don't even have to go out and buy it. Ack says, what dose of yohimbine HCl do you take? Me personally, rarely do I ever go over 7.5 milligrams when I do take that, but I'm not a fan of taking yohimbine HCl, and I don't suggest you guys take yohimbine HCl. I did a video on fat burners, which you should go back and watch, where I do talk about the dosage of yohimbine HCl, the benefits, but also the side effects. In my opinion, the side effects of yohimbine HCl dramatically outweigh the benefits. So be careful out there. Rodrigo, hey, Dolce, I'm getting back on CrossFit, but I'm not sure what to train first while trying to lose fat, strength, aerobic endurance, anaerobic endurance skill. What do you think? I think you need to focus on your nutrition. What I would do if I'm you, and I'm not telling you have to do this, and please, I'm not selling anything to you. I'm sharing with you. What I would do, I would go to thedolcediet.com right now, and I would sign up for the 12-week Living Lean in 3 Weeks to Shredded bundle. What that means is every meal will be prescribed specifically for you. This is a completely personalized program, personalized to you, to your background, to your lifestyle, to your goal set moving forward. An complete exercise program comes with it, but you don't have to follow the exercise program. That's an add-on. That's a value add. If you already love your training, if you already do jiu-jitsu or CrossFit or powerlifting or whatever, or MMA, or that's fine. You can do your training. The nutrition is 90+% of your success. And as long as you're training actively and consistently, that's fine. The nutrition is everything. But our nutrition plan is so personalized. It's so scientific that the only outcome is success. Now, the beautiful thing about our program is I say it's the Trojan horse. We trick you into getting super sexy and super lean and super strong and feeling absolutely amazing and crushing your goals. That's the Trojan horse. That's what I trick you with. But I teach you. The program is designed to teach you how to feed yourself properly for the rest of your life without being on a program. Once you go through either the 4 weeks or the 12 weeks, you will know exactly how to feed yourself for the rest of your life because we've taught you inside the program how to do it, what meals to eat, what foods correspond well to you, to your digestive system, to your goal set, to your energy output, to that lean mass ratio. That's all there built inside the system. This is all at thedolcediet.com. And right now we have our summer shred program going on. It is a 20% discount, which is why I say I want to share this with you guys. I don't want to sell it. You don't have to do it. But if you want to get in amazing shape, if you want to lose probably 20 plus pounds within the first 3 to 4 weeks and maybe 40 plus or more over the 12 weeks, or you recomp the body, just go to thedolcediet.com. Summer shred is the promo code and get on there. And I'm always here to answer your questions. Obviously, I'm here right now to walk you through it. Rodrigo Zazin says, opinion on Stan Efferzing's vertical diet. I don't know it yet, but I'm going to get Big Stan on the podcast here real soon, and we're going to talk all about it. Mehmed says, Coach, thoughts on investing money in the stock market and Borsi? I don't know what Borsi means, but the stock market, I'm well invested in the stock market, 401ks and IRAs and pre-tax and post-tax and Roths and everything else. I think everybody should be. I've done videos on that, my man, and I know you know that, my man. I love that you're so financially savvy. Next week, probably maybe on Monday, maybe now probably Tuesday, I think we'll do a financial video on Tuesday. I got a really good video, a fitness related video coming out for you guys on Monday. Tuesday, we'll do a little money talk for you guys. And I will talk more about the stock market and how to navigate the U.S. stock market right now. Some of you guys maybe not have paid attention to what's happening in the volatility of the U.S. stock market. Some people are freaking out like it's a bad thing. This is a good thing. Uncle Mike is making some serious money right now. Cha-ching. I'm up, baby. I'm up all across the board. And let me share with you exactly what my philosophy is, which is simply taken from the world's greatest minds over the last 100 or so years in finances. And let me share, and I'm going to share this with you guys this week. Mehmet says, Romero versus Paulo Costa. Winner gets title shot. What weight class is that? 205, 85? Is that 85? Maybe. Not 2. Is that 85? That is 85. You know, I can't even remember who's in the division. They're right there. I don't know that Paulo Costa is ready for a title shot yet. Romero already had a crack at it, did really well. I could see one more for Romero, but I don't know. As I'm sitting here right now, I can't remember who else is around the division. I wouldn't mind. Well, Gastelum, he lost to Adesanya, who getting the worthy title shot. So it could be. I think if Romero wins, maybe. Well, how about this? If either one of those guys finishes the other, that's a case for a title shot. If it's kind of a back and forth decision, if they don't really separate themselves from each other, then maybe. Let's see who else is floating around the division. But if they do, then probably. And guys and gals, thumbs up, bang, 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 bang. Just a little click right there. Lets me know you're there. Lets me know you care. And hopefully it lets YouTube know that you appreciate this content. Prodigy says, hey, Mike, just did a full body session after a week off. Due to me feeling down, I am now 210 pounds. A student with my expenses must be managed. Any ideas on how I can gain strength and lose weight? Yes, Prodigy, the college diet guide. Did you know we wrote the college diet guide? We wrote the college diet guide. This is a book, a health, fitness, lifestyle, diet, and exercise book for you, for college students, for any student. We break down exactly what to do if you live in a dorm and can't cook, if you live in a one of those like joint little apartments where you can kind of cook but not really, if you live in a full-blown apartment and you have full oven and everything else, if you're living at your mom's house, we teach you in every situation exactly what to do. We teach you how to smoke weed legally, only if it's legal in this state and college and university and blah 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 blah. Follow all legal laws. But we teach you how to actually do that and even make gains during that process. You guys know I'm a fan and open to recreationally legal and medicinal use of THC and certain versions of CBD, but that's a whole nother conversation. We teach you everything. How to not gain the freshman 15 of fat weight, how to actually make lean gains. And also we teach you how to have tons and tons of consensual relations with members of whatever gender you might really appreciate, because you become extremely appealing to them simply by following what we have inside the college diet guide. How to budget, how to not just save money, but how to put that money to work for you. That's all in the college diet guide. You can download it on your Kindle, on your Nook, on iTunes and iBooks. You can go to dolcedietshop.com. You can get it on Amazon. It is everywhere. It is everywhere. The college diet guide. Now's the time. You might want to get it and gift it to someone who's going to school. Mike Benavides, thumbs up, coach. Loving the dandelion root. Should I change my salt intake at all or keep adding in the electrolyte drink into my diet as you? Mike, I would say keep doing what you're doing. If you're sweating, remember, if you're sweating, you need to replace electrolytes, and that really is primarily sodium. You need to make sure you're not over sweating. Troy, hey, at the end of April, I was 290, started the Dolce plan, and I'm sitting at 251 pounds today. Boom. That 39 pounds down. Troy Huell is following the Dolce diet. Why would you not go to the dolcediet.com right now, guys and gals, and use promo code SummerShred and save 20% to get in amazing, crazy shape? Troy is down 39 pounds following our program. This is what I talk about. This is the most effective. It's the most successful. It's the healthiest. It's the cleanest. It's the most enjoyable. It's the most delicious weight loss program you've ever followed or that's out there. And you're eating real food. Yes. You're eating carbohydrates. Troy's eating carbohydrates. You're not keto. You're not fasting. You're not carnivore. You're not counting macros. You're not drinking a bunch of pills, powders, and potions. You're just eating real food, and you're losing weight. You're feeling great. That's what it is. Good for you, Troy. Junior, what are your thoughts on Walmart selling organic food? I think it's awesome. I buy some of my stuff from Walmart, from Target, from Costco, from Sam's Club, from Whole Foods, from Trader Joe's, from Sprouts, from ShopRite, from Mac. I go everywhere. We're big on the farmers market. We live in the Garden State right now. So summertime, we're in New Jersey, the Garden State for a reason. Lots of farmers market. Jesse Lee, host Coach Dolce, host Jesse Lee. Brian, thumbs up to you. Real says zero carb diets for performance athletes is a bad idea. That's the truth, period. You're right about that. But a high protein, moderate fat, no carb diet for bodybuilding works wonders. Burn fat as fuel plus grow. Real. But that's only if you're taking steroids or PEDs or growth agents. Very difficult because you can't get through the training if you're not taking carbohydrates, and every bodybuilder knows that. Maybe for the last 2-3 weeks, some of these bodybuilders, they go zero carb because they really want to get peeled and scraped out. I get that. That's fine. I'm not mad at that. But bodybuilding is like 1% of 1% of the population, competitive bodybuilders. Most people who quote bodybuild never compete. They'll never compete. Just because they look good on their Instagram story doesn't mean they're a competitive bodybuilder, even though they identify as one. If you are a competitive bodybuilder stepping on the stage, the vast majority of them are taking some sort of growth agent. Carbohydrates are essential to making gains, to getting through your training. That's it. That's the truth. When are you going to do the real estate investment video? Probably, we'll definitely shoot it later on next week. We might even post it by Friday. Maybe it might need a little post-production. I don't know, because I might go pretty deep into my own portfolio. I might go deep into certain disclosures. I might start looking at different trends in the real estate market over time. So it depends on how much additional data. That's why I love doing this. I flick on the microphone and boom, this is real. I mean, I'm just talking to you straight up off the top of my head, nothing scripted right here, right now, right? That's what we're doing. I have no production assistants, no producers. I have no young Jamies to pull that shit up. I wish we did have that. We don't. This is just me talking to you right now. So the more production that goes into it, it usually pushes us back just a little bit. Zazen says, did Mike Perry really blow his money? Junior says, no, I know Perry. He's good. Trust me, he was joking. That's not a funny joke, man. I don't know why he would say it's like someone coming out and then joking about how tiny their penis is. That's not really a joke. Plus, have you seen any of Barbell Medicine stuff? I haven't. That's curious. Full day of eating video would be good. We're working on that right now. That's where all the super chat money comes in. So when you guys donate to the super chat, that's all going to go to add more production value to the channel. You want behind the scenes. You want a day in the life. You want to follow me in the gym. You want to do all the things that I do. I'm about to buy a new car here. Maybe I'm going to bring you in to see how I actually negotiate at the car dealerships and just fucking crush them, run them over the coals. And I buy with cash, baby, cash. No leases here, no loans here, no financing here. If you can't buy it for cash, you can't afford it. That's the truth. I would love to show you guys a lot of that stuff, but I gotta get a guy, I gotta get a gal to hold the camera and to shoot it for us. So that's a little more challenging. I gotta make sure. Just like at the gas station video, a lot of you guys commented on, man, you're like tipping the dude who's getting gas free. I tip everybody. The only cash I carry is to tip people. That's what we do, man. I appreciate everybody, everyone who's out there working, especially those harder jobs that I did those jobs, man. I know the value of $1, $2, $5 bill, bang, when you don't expect it, big deal. Remedies for gut issues. Well, we would want to do an analysis. What I would do for you, B2B, is I would suggest you work with one of our registered dietitians, our in-house registered dietitians. Our lead dietitian, Mrs. Meg 40, MSRD, LRD, DDC. She is actually an expert in gut issues. She spent 2 years of her career working in the lab, just studying the microbiome, doing lots of like fecal samples and all this other crazy stuff. I would strongly suggest you work with our registered dietitian. That's outside of my purview, my personal practice. That's completely outside of, to a degree, because she just, man, she's a genius. She drills down so deeply. Any of you have any sort of digestive issue, gut issue, and really once we start getting to the medical nutrition therapy side of things, that's where we really do have you work one-on-one with one of our registered dietitians. You can do that in a one-on-one 30-minute consultation, or you can do that in our 8-week My Diet program, and that is all available at Dolce Diet Shop.com. You can go there. You can just click on the link. You can get set up. Again, dolcedietshop.com if you want to work one-on-one with a member of our team. Boxing stuff, a few scoops of organic grass-fed whey after every session. How do you do this? Usually, I don't do it after every session, but my harder sessions, I typically will. And usually I'm like a 20 to 30 gram guy. At my size, I'm 210, 212 pounds. 20, 30 grams is perfect because I'm eating consistently throughout the day. Junior Rays, boom, and see right there, you're correct. He's 20 at a time. Junior Rays, what other team besides yourself would you recommend a fighter to use? Dr. Andy Galpin, I think, is excellent. I'm a big fan of Andy Galpin and what he's doing. Tyler Minton, I think now that he's away from Zero Integrity George, I'd be much more confident in recommending Tyler Minton. He and I have been friends for a great period of time. Dr. John Berardi, if he's still doing work, I don't think he's taking private clients anymore. He worked with George St. Pierre years and years ago. Tony Ricci out of Long Island, New York, I would strongly suggest. Chris Algieri, if you can work with Chris, former world champion boxer. He's a registered dietitian. So I recommend out all the time. I love to refer out to other great sports nutrition teams. I absolutely do. And very rarely will you ever hear me bash anyone. So when I bash someone, when I talk shit about someone, guys, you better know that they are a fuckhead. You know they are a fuckhead, because I am more than happy to promote these great coaches. More than happy. And we do it all the time. All the time. We refer out. Ben says, I know you don't respect Zero Integrity George Lockhart, but do you think his methods work? And if not, why? Well, no, George Lockhart, he's the biggest idiot in all of MMA. Zero Integrity George has the worst record in the history of combat sports, to the best of my knowledge. And I don't even know all the athletes who've missed weight with him. He has more athletes who've missed weight than any other sports nutrition team in the history of combat sports. He's had more athletes get hospitalized and pulled from the cards than any other sports nutrition team in the history of combat sports. Why? Chris Cyborg said she almost died. Paige Van Zandt said she almost died. Mike Chiesa said he almost died. Firas Zahabi told me the worst weight cut he ever saw was when Zero Integrity George was working with Kenny Florian, and Kenny Florian never fought again, and he was diagnosed with a severe thyroid condition as a result of the extreme weight cut. Everything I say is part of the public record. Yeah. So when I say, it's so funny that this question comes up after I'm asked who are the best. Dr. Andy Galpin, amazing. Work with Andy Galpin, awesome. Dr. John Berardi, amazing. Work with Dr. John. Even my Rob Wolf worked with quite a few. Forrest Griffin, Frank Mir for a while. Work with Rob Wolf. He knows what he's doing when it comes to that stuff. Tyler Minton, I would say work with Tyler Minton. He's definitely growing in the industry. Tony Ricci, awesome. Call those guys. Zero Integrity, George. Man, why do you think Tyler Minton left Zero Integrity, George? Doesn't want to be involved with all that shenanigans, all that BS. Nick L, only 6 thumbs up for these knowledge bombs. What the F? Give them the bicep of truth, coach. Boom! Bicep of truth never lies. It's right there. Right there. Bicep of truth right there. Always there. Junior Rays, does the 3 weeks of shredded work with people's budget for food if someone is right on the money? 3 weeks of shredded work with people's budget. Absolutely. And this is another great thing about 3 weeks of shredded. It's so inexpensive. Most people who go to the dolcediet.com and they join the 4-week or the 12-week online diet or exercise program, they wind up saving money. They save money because they go and spend, let's say it's $99, it's $89, $79, right? With the 20% summer shred discount, which is crazy for a 4-week program, which is crazy. It's $20 a week, which is crazy. They save way more than that $20 per week on their grocery bill. And they get lean, and they get shredded, and they get sexy, and their energy goes through the roof. Why would you not do it? You literally save money by spending a couple extra dollars up front. You save so much money on the back end. Why would you not? And you get in amazing shape, and you look awesome, and you can finish summer in the best shape of your life. Why would you not do that? Again, at thedolcediet.com, promo code SummerShred, all one word. Why not? If you want to do it, it's there. Logan, in your meal prep video, you said cook potatoes, chicken, rice, and quinoa on the stove at the same time while cooking veggie stir-fry style. How much of all these do I prep for a week meal? When we do prep, I don't really like to prep more than 3 days out, which means we'll do a prep on Sunday and we'll eat, the kind of Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, and then maybe a little bit of Wednesday morning, and then we're prepping again on a Wednesday, and I'll take us to Wednesday night, all Thursday, all Friday, and then Saturday we always cook in the moment. We cook, the meal that we want. We go out to eat quite a bit on Saturdays because the family's all home. Logan, thanks a million. You got it, Mehmet. Coach, personal question. How do you deal with hair loss? I'm having problems with it. Shave the head, homie. Shave the head. Be happy. Be you. Don't do the brush over. Don't do the comb over. Don't do the hair plugs. Don't do the dyeing your hair. Just be you. Be you, man. Embrace it. Be you. Be sexy. Be you. Be the best version of you. Let it go. Keep the hair. Get a cool hairstyle. Go and pay the barber. Get a good haircut by someone. As your hairline starts to change, as it thins out, there's some great haircuts that you can have that look awesome and nobody will even know. But once it gets to the point that it's too thin, it's ready to go, man, get rid of it, shave it off. And you're awesome. I guarantee you, women will dig you, or dudes, whatever. I guarantee you, those who you find sexually attractive will find you sexually attractive with a shaved head instead of hair plugs or dyed hair. I guarantee you, because that to me is a weakness. That is someone who is not confident in their skin and they give off that little bit of, like, I hope they don't notice my bad hair. No, just shave that shit. Be you. And there's a power in that. I should do a whole video on that too. Is it live or is it Memorex? Exactly. Real. Would love to see you versus Dave Palumbo on this carb issue. Would be a great conversation, as his point of view on carb is different when it comes to looking good with your shirt off. I agree, but shit, look at our athletes. Which of our athletes doesn't look like a fucking bodybuilder on stage minus the extra 40 pounds of muscle because they're not on drugs? That's the only difference. We're as lean or leaner. I mean, we're probably as lean as a bodybuilder before they go into the severe dehydration stage and the diuretic stage. And it's funny because I listen to a lot of Dave's stuff. I really enjoy Dave's channel, RX Muscle, great channel. Most of what Dave and I think on a lot of these issues are correct. Dave only talks about these super low carb diets to get peeled at the end for physique competition. He doesn't talk about these zero carb diets during the training phase. And that's the most important aspect. The like 3 weeks out, the peaking phase, that's where Dave and I probably start to really separate. But most of the training, most of the off season, from what I understand, Dave and I are almost identical. But I would certainly love, I mean, I did his show. Maybe I can get him on my show. We can talk about this. Daniel, do you have a gym facility in New Jersey? We do. We have a private training facility here. It's a studio, which is what we call it, but it's a content creation studio. It is a full gym. We have two full Rogue power racks. We have those, massive flat benches and incline benches and dip stations, dumbbells and kettlebells. Our kettlebells go from 4 kg up to 80 kg. Is it 80 or 84 kg? I always forget. We have Texas bars and Ohio bars and safety squat bars, trap bars. We have club bells and maces. What the hell else do we have? We got about 1,200 pounds of plates. I mean, we have 2 different dumbbell racks going from like 5s up to 60s, which I really need to get some bigger dumbbells in here because I have to go to a different facility. The dumbbells, I have a reverse hyper, PVC pipes, med balls. I got 150 pound, 100 pound, 150, 125, 175, 50, 25, and then a bunch of 10-pound med balls. We got a sick facility. The entire facility is deadlift rated. It's a former ballet studio that we took over, so it's pretty bomb. Steven says, Yo Diaz, DC for the win. Love you, Mike. Thanks for the expensive free content. Steven, you got it. Ben, thanks for the reply. You're the man. Absolutely, Ben. That's what I'm here for. Zazan, Diaz or Pettis, Steepy or DC? I don't know. I don't pick fights because I don't know. Billy K, live on a Saturday. Thumbs up. Bang, 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 bang. I appreciate the thumbs up, guys and gals. It really does matter. Thank you so much. It makes me know that you're there and you appreciate the content. So thank you. And I know you don't have to do that. So the fact that you just make that little click, you don't have to, though. It's very easy. You don't have to do that. So when you do that, it's cool. And it motivates me to do even more. Any DDC in Indiana that I can work with, shoot us an email to support@thedolcediet.com. Our coach's site is being rebuilt right now. That site will have every coach listed for easy access. Shoot us an email to support@thedolcediet.com, and our team will hook you up with a local coach. Luciana, I really like yogurt, but I don't want to eat too much dairy. What is a good alternative? It's really hard to replace yogurt. I mean, truly. I mean, you can try like a coconut yogurt. They have some of those. I'll use like 4 ounces of Greek yogurt once or twice a week maximum. But the less I eat of yogurt, the less I want to eat it. Who's your favorite tennis player? Well, it's hard not to like the Williams sisters. I think they're absolutely amazing what they've done. Novik, I think, has been amazing. We have some friends in common. I did a little bit of consulting for he and his team a while or so back, but I don't really follow tennis as much as I truly should. My man, what are your tips for fighters who are in a losing streak, 3 or 4? Man, they got to retool. They got to come back. Mentally, maybe they're not there anymore, and that's fine. Maybe they need to find a new career, and they need to be faced with that possibility. Maybe it's time to move on. It's a serious game, and it's a serious business. Literally, almost literally. Literally, they have the risk of having what is the equivalent of a baseball bat being swung at their skull in shin bones coming towards their face. If they are not mentally checked in, then they need to get the F out. So you need to really have a heart-to-heart with the athlete, a heart-to-heart with their family, with their team, their management, their coaches. You need to look for things that they haven't done correctly. Maybe they're partying all the time. Maybe they're chasing girls all the time. Maybe they have a weed problem or an anxiety problem. Maybe they have financial difficulties. Maybe they're really too loyal and training at the wrong team with the wrong coaches and the wrong partners. A lot of that can be fixed, and you can see a career dramatically increase. Maybe they need some time off and time away to refine that love. So these are the conversations that we do have with our athletes. Junior, you say John Berardi, founder Precision Nutrition. Would you recommend someone to use his course with no experience to use his program? Yeah, why not? All knowledge is good, right? I think John puts out good information. Even some of our own coaches, our own Dolce Diet certified coaches, have gone through Precision Nutrition either prior to coming to us or after coming to us. All knowledge is good knowledge. All knowledge is good knowledge. So yeah, I think John does great work. Jeremiah, please tell my friend free weights are better than resistance bands. Free weights are way better than resistance bands. Resistance bands are like a 10% ancillary tool to use. Brooke Ellis, hey coach, just wondering about optimal water intake during the day and for optimal digestion for meals. Would water be beneficial for digestion during a meal, or does water affect digestion? No, just drink water naturally. Don't worry about that. People say, oh, you dilute your digestive enzymes. Just drink water naturally. You're absolutely fine. Brandonian says, I know Berardi. I used to train at the same gym as him. He's a great guy. Crazy how far he's come. Yeah, man, he's doing it. Good guy, smart guy, passionate guy. I have only good things to say about Dr. John Berardi. And I refer clients to Dr. John Berardi. So there you go. Jacob says, I eat like 5,000 calories a day and I weigh probably 150 at 6% body fat. Well, you are a genetic specimen and I hate you. Good for you. Good for you. John Viola, fastest way to lose 40 pounds in 3 months. How many workouts a day? How many calories? John Viola, the fastest way to do it in a healthy manner is to go to thedolcediet.com right now and join our 12-week, 3 weeks to shredded and living lean program. Right now, this is the best way. This is the healthiest way. It's the fastest way. It's the most successful way. It's the most long-term beneficial way. Just go to thedolcediet.com right now and join the 12-week diet and exercise program. Use Summer Shred. I'm giving you an extra 20% off. It's promo code Summer Shred and get it done. If you are serious, that's what you'll do. If you're just coming here to talk smack, you won't do it. And I get that. But if you are serious, if you want to lose that 40 pounds, go to thedolcediet.com right now. Promo code Summer Shred and get started. And I'm always here to answer your questions and walk you along the journey, especially if you're inside the program. Mehmed, last question. How to get closer to students and still having our coach and teacher discipline. It's difficult. There should always be a fine line between, coach and student. I always say it's like, that's why I say Uncle Mike. I care about you. I love you guys. I want to do as much as I can to help you. But at the same time, I'm not going to be running around slapdicking with you. Right? There needs to be a line of respect in between. Like, we can go out, we can have dinner, we can coffee, we can work out together and all that stuff. We can do all that stuff, but there still needs to be a line of respect. And I have people in my own life, some younger, some older, that I keep that boundary, that line with. So when you're a professional coach, you need to always understand that you are a professional coach. You need to be friendly. You need to be affable. You need to be empathetic. And these are things that we actually teach inside our Dolce Diet Certification and Nutrition Conference. We have 2 spots left. If any of you ever wanted to come, we had 2 cancellations, 2 spots just opened up, and we are honoring the price that they paid. So you can go to dolcedietshop.com right now. This is next weekend, next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If you want to come and hang out with me, you can go there right now. There are 2 spots left. You can go and suck that up and be a part of it. Laredo, Dolce, what training do you recommend for someone who is looking to join law enforcement? I would do lots of body weight work. I would do lots of running. I'd be running 3 to 6 miles per day, 4 to 6 days per week. I would be doing lots of body weight calisthenics. I would be able to do sets of 200 in the pull-up end or chin-up. You should be able to bang out a minimum of sets of 15. If you can't do that, you better get to work. You should be able to do sets of 50 nonstop push-ups. If you can't do that, you got to get to work. You should be able to do, 30 to 50 nonstop full range body weight squats. If you can't do that, you need to get up and get that going right now. To the point that you don't get tired. You should be able to do, let's say, 15 chin-ups, 30 pull-ups, or 15 chin-ups, 30 push-ups, and 50 body weight squats. You should be able to cycle all that through and not get tired. John Viola, I need a workout specifically for the time I'm using your nutrition program, 40 pounds in 3 months, help Dolce. John Viola at thedolcediet.com. You are actually given a workout program along with the nutrition plan. Everything is there for you. There's no excuse. Everything is there. Every meal, every recipe, every ingredient is there for you. Every workout, every set, every rep is there for you. It's all inside thedolcediet.com. Every single thing you need to do, every food, every workout is there for you at thedolcediet.com. There's literally no reason to not start unless you don't want to make dramatic gains. If you don't want to make dramatic gains, then don't do it. If you do want to make dramatic gains and save money while losing weight and feeling better and getting stronger, then just go to thedolcediet.com and start. Promo code Summer Shred, you're going to save 20%. And that's we never have a 20% off sale. It's like 2 or 3 times a year do we do this. And we have it right now. Now's the time. Why not? Should fighters only drink water? Well, coffee and tea works real well too. Some certain smoothies and juices work well. Bruno, is it 3 weeks to shred it a one-size-fits-all diet, or is it customizable to me, both meal plan and exercises? Bruno, if you go to thedolcediet.com, it is personalized for you. Our sophisticated rule engine and algorithm builds you your own personal, unique program. This is something that all the other systems don't do because they are templates. Ours are not. My team and I spent years and hundreds of thousands of dollars building this program for you to work the way that it does. That's why ours is the most successful. It is the most efficient. It is the most trusted online weight loss program of any in existence. And we constantly put our time and money to improve it. And that's what we do right now. Completely personalized to you. If you're a 100-pound female, if you're a 200-pound male, if you're a 300-pound, whatever gender that you identify with, it's personalized to you. That's all there. Junior, can also, when you say drink caffeine, can we drink green tea or matcha tea? Yes, you can. Ben, I don't smoke a lot of weed, but wondering how that plays into metabolism if you stay on point with that. Harmful, helpful. Well, smoking too much weed is definitely hurtful to lung capacity. So we would stay away from that. I would look toward different tinctures and edibles, and other delivery agents where it is only if it is legal. Only if it is legal, depending on what part of the world that you're in. It has to be legal, of course. So be very careful with that. And always speak with a doctor before taking this or any diet and exercise related information. I am not a doctor, right? I'm not a doctor here. This is just for entertainment purposes only. Davina, when fighters are cutting weight in the last week and using things such as dandelion root and uva ursi, do you have your athletes take other sodium-free minerals such as calcium, magnesium, and potassium? That not additionally, but that comes through the whole food sources that they do consume. So they're not taking any additional supplements, no pills. It comes through the whole food sources. Ben Boyer, you got it. All right, guys and gals, we're over an hour here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you all for being here. Remember, bang, 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 bang. Give this video a thumbs up so I know you're there. Subscribe to this channel if you don't, and leave a comment below this video on what you want to hear next time, what you want me to talk about, or if you need me to clarify anything in this video. You guys are absolutely amazing. And until next time, boom.